Okay. Everybody can go ahead and add. We're gonna call it 10 points to your points card today. Is anybody getting any kind of charms, grand or otherwise?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
It's that time, sir.
Is it that time?
It is that time.
Brunk getting a grand charm?
It is that time. I'm hoping it's something cool and not something not as cool.
This is Brunk's first.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, let's fucking roll it.
Now you said these only pop once. Most of these only pop once, or how does that work?
All of them. So there is a limited pool of these grand charms, and when you get one, it is unique to you. Nobody else can get the same charm. So everybody,
Gotcha.
no matter when this campaign ends, will have unique charms.
So Jesus got the whatever the skill one
The
was.
skill monkey charm.
Yep. Yep. So that one will not pop. The skill proficiency charm. Yeah.
Right.
It will not pop for me. Or anybody else. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, the one that you'll get repeats of is the regular charms.
Mm-hmm. Like, what about the godly ability one though? That like it picks a random ability score. Does that one repeat, or does it only pop once?
Only pops once.
Wow.
Although
that one would be hilarious if it popped and then Brunk got intelligence. Like all of a sudden he's got a 30 intelligence, and it's like, what the hell am I even doing here?
That would be so funny.
You got the grand charm of combat prowess.
Oh, well, that would be useful.
That sounds fitting for you.
I can choose to hit if I miss. Yeah. 3 times a...
3 times per long rest. You can just be like, oh no, I hit you instead.
Mm-hmm.
How much do the grand charms cost again?
100.
We've got 110. Why not?
Oh, fuck.
It feels like.
Uh-oh.
It feels like
it's
this is like a pivotal point in like we've got our boat. We're about to go journeying. I feel like now's the time for a grand charm. It would be helpful, probably useful and stuff.
All right. And remember, this one gets dragged over to your features tab, not your item tab.
Features.
For you, Nerissa, you get the grand charm of speed. Your walking speed is
rolling so fast.
Your walking speed is increased by 30 feet. In addition, you can use a bonus action to take the dash or disengage action, and once you do, you can't do so again until you finish a short or long rest.
Okay, so like, is my speed like permanently?
Your speed is permanent. Yeah, your speed is permanently 60 feet now.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
So remember how recently I sent you that video of like the table that had like the crawly legs?
Yeah.
And I was like, this is what Nerissa needs? Can we somehow work it in that my speed increase is because of having the crawly table instead of the wheels?
Like having like now, because like you're on the ship, you're headed like you're sailing towards the where you guys think this thing is. So yeah, I'd say you probably have a little bit of time to tinker with your tank, and yeah, you with this like magical knowledge that you've gained, you are able to make these like little right now prototype legs that like they're functional, little, but all they can really do is just like they make you move faster. You've just managed to like increase your speed.
So are stairs going to be a problem for me then?
I'll say because they are a prototype, that's the limit right now until you actually like have to do rolls to work on it.
That's what I need to up my artificer for, to make it so it can walk upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh, cool. That's exciting.
Honey, can you close your door?
Oh,
perfect.
Yeah, I didn't realize Toki must have opened it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's gonna be mad that she's in here now.
Yeah, perfect. 2 grand charms. That's crazy. That is a great way to start.
You said I have to drag something over to my features tab?
Yeah, so you'll drag like where it says Grand Charm of Speed in the chat, you'll drag that onto your features tab.
Hmm.
Nice. And then for your...
Did I do it right?
Yep.
Excellent.
I would recommend probably... Here, I'll do this for you. You'll add it as a favorite. So when you go to your attributes tab, you'll see it on the front there. Just so that you're reminded that you can use like the bonus action dash or disengage 3 times per short rest.
Excellent.
And also, I'll help you with this, increasing your speed to 60 feet.
Thank you.
And then, what is your... Hold on, I need to... Your swim speed might increase here, too.
Ooh.
Maybe. Hold on.
So fast.
It depends specifically what it says for Triton.
Gotta go fast.
You have a swimming speed equal to your walking speed.
So my swimming speed is 60.
Also 60 feet.
That's cool.
You're just a torpedo in the water now.
I love that. I love that for me and for everyone else. Except for our enemies.
Just this fucking
our enemies.
fish in a mobile fish tank with the zoomies.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down with this character development.
Last session was hectic and crazy. We started off right with like jumping into the shit and into a combat with Anthos, and cows that turned out to be a lot more vicious than we thought they were, and crabs and frog folk that were all just like on you, attacking you. Barnabas like grabbed the healing orb right away and just fucking booted with it, and you ended up getting trapped by one of the like druid grung, like with these like spikes that every time you moved it would hurt you, and kind of like some of you got boxed in while some of you were able to kind of like get to the other side or get like away from it at first and then get boxed in. And during that battle, the now free dragonborn Lothraxis like was like bashing through walls to escape until they turned, and when he was about to run away, recognized Lyric and called her Zelia, and decided to join in the fight, using some magic, used like Bigby's hand spell to start kind of like grabbing people and dragging them like away from the spikes, so that they could run. Brunk got turned into a giant scorpion by Lyric, and had like this like little fucking monster battle with Anthos and with a couple of the other things. Eventually, you're able to escape, and it was very much largely in part to a well-placed suggestion spell with Jesus, close to the beginning of combat, where he just like told Anthos to go sit in a corner. You're eventually able to make your escape. Anthos isn't killed, and does like swear vengeance on you guys. But you don't really take the time to really even respond to it, as everybody gets out and boots it, running after Barnabas to where the shipwreck was, where he used a bit of like fairly powerful magic to use the materials as well as the healing crystal that you obtained to basically summon a new ship, like have it like just create from all that rubble. The healing orb in combination, it was a very quick process, as it basically like just built itself from scratch. And you eventually have this like gargantuan ship that he was able to kind of like lift and like push out into the water. And there wasn't really much time to think about it, as everybody just kind of like boarded and like he just pushed off, headed towards the open ocean to try and rescue Torgrun. And that is where we left off. Hold on. Ellie, you need to close your door again. If you can like put something in front of it to keep it closed, because the cat's just gonna keep opening it. Okay, and we're getting crazy frame drops from OBS, which of course I still haven't replaced with something better yet. See if I'm actually having speed issues or if it's OBS being stupid. Sorry guys, it's just gonna take a minute. Just running a quick little speed test. Oh my god, yeah, I'm getting like 30 upload right now. It's just OBS being just fucking garbage. That's fine, because I can stop the stream without stopping the recording now, which is great. We'll give that a second. Like, it's having such a bad issue with this that it's, like, taking forever even to stop the stream. Like, OBS Studio's just fucking busted. Bitrate 2500. It's fucking stupid that it's giving me issues right now. We're gonna try again, and if it gives me issues, then I will literally just, like, record it and upload it later, because I'm not messing with this thing all night. I'd rather give you guys a good game and have a good recording than stream it and have a shit recording. Because it'll just, like, fucking skip and sputter, and, like, all the visuals will look fucking weird. Barnabas immediately, like, in the blink of an eye, has his hands on the steering wheel of the ship. Lyric is still posted up on Brunk's shoulder. He's kind of, like, gathered you and the slimes and everybody onto the ship. Rosalia is up on the, like, figurehead, which kind of looks like a serpent's head, but made of, like, crystals and gold. And on the back of the ship, very quiet right now, is Lothraxis, who is kind of, like, just staring off into the distance. Barnabas is kind of, like, singing shanties to himself as he steers the ship. And looks at you guys and he says, there might be a bit of time before we're able to coax this thing out. Maybe is a good time to maybe explore the ship a little bit, see what it has offered to us. Okay, fucking come on.
Am I able to like go out to like the edge of the boat and like get a feel for like where we are in the ocean?
Yeah, like, you could go ahead and give me, like, you're gonna, like, go, like, with Rosalia at the figurehead?
I mean, if I can, I see some steps on the boat, so I might struggle a bit getting there. But
Um,
I'll try to maneuver my way up there.
they should be, like, they're not steep steps, they're, like, kind of, like, it's kind of just, like, a slight dip,
So,
so you
like,
should
my
be
little
able to.
crawly things can probably get up those.
Yeah. We'll say, like,
Okay,
you're probably still, you got wheels right now, it's not just, like, an instantaneous process.
that makes sense.
But yeah, like you roll up to the front of the ship and Rosalia is like looking intently out and is like, I know I'll find you. I will find you. I'll find you.
And like, how far like out are we? Like, are we surrounded by anything? Am I able to sense anything dangerous?
You've just really left like the shore.
Okay. Okay.
Um so right now I mean you're not like you feel like the like sea life like there's definitely fish and stuff around. But go ahead and give me like a perception roll. We'll see if you can glean anything more from the water.
Probably not.
Not a whole lot. You're not getting a lot.
Okay.
Like you're getting just like, yeah, there's a lot of like it's teeming with sea life.
So it's too much to really get
Maybe
anything
yeah.
solid.
It's really distracting with the amount of stuff there is.
That makes sense.
Hold on 1 second, guys. Sorry. So you go up to the front. Rosalia gives you notice, but like is still like intently focused on the water. Um, what about Jesus? Or we'll say Jesus or Brunk, whoever wants to speak up first. What are either of you doing?
I'm gonna go up near. I'm intrigued by Lefractus. I'm not gonna go talk to him, but I'm just gonna go kind of over him and just kind of study him.
You like walk up to like the backside of the ship, and you're like eyeing him intently. Like, are you trying to like insight check him, or are you just like enamored by him right now?
I'll do an insight check.
Okay. What are you trying to glean from this insight check? Like, what are you looking for when you're trying to read him here?
Trying to figure out if he's what his intentions are, like if he's good or bad or.
Okay, yeah, give me an insight. Six. He's got a very stoic look on his face, to a point where it's hard. It's really hard to tell exactly what he is thinking. He kind of like looks at you, noticing you observing him, goes, can I help you?
No, I'm just checking out the back of the ship here.
He just kind of scowls and looks off the ship again. Brunk, what are you doing?
Well, I feel like I'm frozen in place here. I can't really move. Captain, is there any kind of like a galley on this here heap, or we're gonna have to stop somewhere and get some supplies?
Barnabas turns and looks and says, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's on this ship at all. It was just born. We haven't even given it a name yet."
Well, when you say it was just born, are you saying it's gonna have to, is it gonna have to, like, grow up and hit puberty and stuff before it, like, develops things in funny places, or do we have to, like, ask the ship to do something, make a galley for us? Or do we have to build it ourselves? Do we have to find some woodworkers? Just trying to get a feel for what we gotta do here.
The magic that was put into the spell to be able to construct a ship from nearly nothing isn't very specific. I know that I can use the spell. It's a continuous spell now, so I can adapt the spell. If you wanted to build something like a galley, we would probably need more material.
I see.
But
like a pot and a stove.
Or
maybe some utensils.
Or the things that make up those things. Like if you can bring me ceramic or wood or metal, I should be able to use that combined with a little bit of magic to turn it into whatever we intend it for. So,
well, I diddly dee. I guess it's a pirate's life for me, huh? Do we need to find some ships so we can get us some materials?
he kind of chuckles.
Preferably bad guy pirates.
He's like, in my younger days, I would have been all for hunting down other ships for their materials. Now, we live in a modern age where we can probably also buy them once we get back to civilization. But if we come across an enemy pirate ship and we're able to sink it and retrieve some of its materials, I'm sure I could definitely do plenty with it.
Well, does this heap have any weapons on it, or are we going to have to do it all the old-fashioned way?
He looks and he's like, kind of like, he's looking at the ship. He looks at the back at the healing crystal and looks at the front. He's like, maybe the figurehead can do something, but, I don't know.
You didn't really have a lot of input in this thing, huh?
No, I just thought about a ship. I didn't think about what would happen with its innards, and I definitely was not thinking about weapons.
Well, the next time you're thinking about something like this, maybe include some donuts with some chocolate icing and some sprinkles on top.
Paul reaches his hand into his pocket and he's like, how about some saltwater taffy?
Oh, that'll do for now.
You hear Nerissa, or you see Nerissa, like, just kind of, like, look over her shoulder at the mention of saltwater taffy.
From, like, 120 feet away, she's just like, taffy.
I don't do anything about it other than just notice.
Fucking smells it on the air.
I smell taffy.
Hands you some taffy.
So where are we headed?
He's like, I wasn't able to divine too much, what with being busy with magic, but You did say it was out beyond the water. I figured if we went close to where we were attacked, maybe we might be able to draw something out.
Oh, so we're gonna go hunting, are we?
Seems like the best course of action, unless you don't think it's a good idea.
Just call me Dobie Mick. Let's go.
Oh, excuse me. He looks and he says, like I said, now's probably a good time to explore the ship. Maybe you can go down below decks and see what the ship has offered. Any materials that were in the ship, it wouldn't come out the same. So, if we had a chest full of magic goods, it still might provide magic goods, but it wouldn't be what it started with. It would have just used it as a material to make something else. If you look at the top, you'll see that there are tabs. You guys can actually go through the different tabs of the ship. Oh. I did put everybody's icons on each page, but
What about this? I got this cog thing. It's covered in barnacles and stuff. I picked it up. It's been in my backpack for a minute. You can add this to the pile of things that the ship can do something with. What about this red gem thing? I got this gem. It's if you place it on an inanimate, flammable material, the material will catch fire.
oh,
We could use that to make a stove, right? Like for the galley.
That's actually not a bad idea. And he kind of looks at the barnacle covered cog, and he's like, I suppose that would count as material. I don't know if we could make a full galley with this, but it's a good start.
Well, just throw it in the supply chest, and we'll.
Yeah, if you want to drag it over to the group chest for now. That's the one that's behind you guys here. He looks and he's like, yeah, that's that. I mean, that will at least provide a heat source where that we might be able to heat food.
Where's the chest at?
If you look on the the top level of the ship, it's like this little chest.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
With the sails and stuff, I was missing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we are.
It blends. Everybody has access to that, though. That's the main party chest that you guys have been using. Or have had access to.
Oh, we got some mana nuts in there, too.
Yeah, you guys, spent a fair amount of time harvesting those mana nuts, so it makes sense.
While this is all happening, can I be investigating this figurehead that we have at the front of the ship and checking it out, seeing if I can get a better feel for if it does anything?
Ooh, yeah. Give me an Arcana check.
Ooh.
Add a D4 here. Because Rosalia will reach out and give you guidance.
So I got a 22 because I did that before. You said to add a D4.
Yep.
So I just rolled a D4 and then I got a 1.
So 23. With a 23, you feel the thrum of energy in the figurehead. When you look at it up close, it looks like it's almost like a serpent's head. But like not like we're like a regular like snake, like almost like a sea serpent, like those little golden things off to the side look like they're kind of like fins. And there's like a fin coming off the top of it too, and it's got these two little like blue glowing gems for eyes. And same thing with like those ones that come off of the tendrils. Like all of it is like this glowing like bright blue. And you Whereas like with the healing crystal you feel the healing energy, this doesn't feel like healing energy, but it does feel radiant. You would gather that if the ship did attempt to use or to make a weapon, this is the weapon.
You're saying radiant. Is it something like it can do like a radiant light type thing?
You would probably
Can I?
surmise that.
Okay. That's good. Can I see if there's like any like does it look like it's something we have to operate, or is it like sentient and like it just acts to protect the ship? Or are there like buttons, dials,
Ooh,
knobs?
give me a separate investigation check. Oh my god, that's good too. Still with guidance. Go ahead and add a D4. Yeah, even the 24 is still fucking fantastic. You feel around and you feel that under the like the top fin, right at the base, your hands sink down into like holes that when you reach in, it feels like they're like two little like control levers. Do you pull them?
I don't want to pull them with full force, but can I kind of like I want to give them a little tug to see like is there a lot of resistance to them? Is it like a slider thing, or is it like a just like a click? And if it's a click, I don't want to try doing
If
it
you yeah,
forceful
you
enough.
feel like if you pull, it's gonna be like a click. Like you think like reaching down under into this and feeling the thrum, you think that like if this is a weapon, this is the firing mechanism. Like if you pull, it'll fire.
Rosalia, I don't know what this is, but I think whatever it is something big.
She looks and it's just like, how big?
I, I don't know. This feels like a trigger or something.
You hear Barnabas from the back go, "Pull it, gal! Pull it!"
That's literally all the convincing I need. I go full like
You full pull these back. There is a click and a thrum as the crystals get even brighter until like the front, like these little like spines in the front and this crystal in the front glows, and there's like this orb of radiant light that fires out into like 120-foot line in front of the ship.
That's so cool. That's like literally like I'm like still holding on. I'm just like
The whole ship shakes as like you fire it this first time, and like
yeah.
the front of the figurehead is like almost like smoking a little bit as all of the crystals stop glowing.
It seems like it needs to recharge for a bit or something.
Barnabas, you feel as he kind of turns and he's like, "All right, we're gonna do some loops. Let's see how long this baby takes to recharge."
All right.
Sailing on the open water, time passes fairly quickly. It's about an hour, and as that hour passes, the energy starts to build, and like you watch as it starts to go back to that like thrumming glow. As the hour passes.
It looks like she's charged up again.
With that secret unveiled, if you look on the actors tab of your character, or like where your character sheets are, you'll see that under PCs there is a folder that says Slime, Steeds, and Pets. And under that, right now, you'll all see one that is labeled Ship. No, everybody has access to it. Let's see. Everyone should have access to it because that's where your slimes are too. How about now? Yeah?
Yeah,
You're muted,
I
Flash.
see it.
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay. You have access to the ship now. You can see its abilities. Right now, it can just move and fire a radiant beam. You have the helm, your sails, the restoration figurehead, and the restoration orb. Of course, any creature that stands within 10 feet of the restoration orb gains 1 HP every 6 seconds. So you gain 1 HP around when you're standing near it. And of course, yeah, that radiant beam, you can fire it. It fires straight ahead. You unfortunately can't like turn to like aim it. But if you got something big and chonky in front of you that you want to fucking try and run through, or like an enemy ship, something like that, the little bit of maneuvering, you should be able to use that as an effective weapon at least once.
Radiant beam is like light, right?
Yeah,
So like theoretically, if we had like some mirrors, we could find ways to aim it, right? Maybe?
maybe.
Or would it just destroy the mirrors?
You
Would it just
don't.
like blast through them? Or could we like if we had like two mirrors on like
Little
sorry, I'm in like
swivels.
yeah. Could we like aim it? And like have it like
I mean, you're the artificer. If anybody was
that's
going to
what I'm
build
thinking
something
about.
like that, I mean, you're probably the person who'd do it.
Wait, I want to experiment with that.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody else explore the ship at all? Again, you have access to the other 2 levels. Yes, no, maybe?
Yeah, I want to explore the lower decks.
Yeah, so you
I
can
want to.
actually... At the top, you should see... What do you see? Do you see, like, LP, ship top level sails? Yeah, perfect. I put your guys'
Yeah.
token on each one, so you can see, like, you've got a fair amount of space. How it will work is once you're able to gather materials, like from a mechanical standpoint, you'll tell me what you want to do. So if you want to use materials to make weapons, I'll tell you what kind of materials you need, and then you know we can get that work done. And I will update this map, like each of these maps, with whatever you add. So eventually you will flesh out this as like your home base. Right now in the crew level, like the middle level, all you see is like there's kind of a wall with 2 wide open doorways, and not much else, but you do see a hatch down to the bilge. Jesus goes into the bilge. Jesus in the bilge, it is once again like super empty. You see that in the center there is like kind of a like it's almost like a jail setup. Like you've got like this large gate that divides half of the ship with a sliding door that you can open to get through to the other side. And at the back of the bilge you see 2 chests.
Yeah, I wanna check out their chests.
Yeah, you should be able to double click them and open and have access to them. Are you guys able to open them?
Yeah, I was able to open them. I found 500 gold pieces, so I split that between the team.
Beautiful.
Found a bag of holding.
Oh, it says
Does
it's
anybody want to?
it says it's split it amongst 4 players because Erryn was still configured to her character. Hold on. If you want to, everybody deduct 125 from your character sheet, and then we'll re-add the currency so you can split it evenly.
Ugh, math. Not exactly my strong suit.
Huh. I can't remember if you can just like minus 125 on those. Let me find out. Minus 125. Yeah, if you just put in like minus and 125 in the gold spot in your inventory and hit enter, it'll do the math for you. Nerissa, oh, it looks like you added 125. You're muted.
Yeah, I see that. I haven't done anything because I can't find my gold right now.
Your gold jumped from like 700 something to 944. I think it was 778, but it should have been minus. Hold on, let me take care of this for you.
Okay, I haven't done anything to my gold because I'm still just scrolling trying to find it.
Okay, there we go. So you were at 653. It looks like.
Okay.
Okay, now you can go ahead, or you probably already did. Oh, that's why you gained the gold, because somebody had hit the split.
See, I didn't do anything. Oh, yeah, I see it there. I
So
remember
this
where things
should
are.
be plus 166. Yeah, okay. There's two gold left in the chest because there's more people than gold. But you also find a couple of different items. I'll say the arrowhead, ignore looking at the description for now. I didn't make it an unidentified item. Somebody can just drag that to their character sheet and ignore it until they decide to try and use it.
There's a broom of flying in this one. The kind of Is anyone opposed to me taking it? Because the idea of a flying mermaid sounds wonderful. Would I be able to, like, how would I be? I'd have to ride it like side pony style.
Yeah. and your tank wouldn't fly, so if you were flying, you would lose your.
I would be naked, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Discuss, guys.
there's
You're all just
4
like
more.
staring at the screen and nobody's talking.
Is it alright that I took the bag of holding, or does anybody else want that? Sorry, I should have asked before I swiped it.
That's okay. There's something called a Heward's. I don't mind if you take the bag of holding.
Okay. Hold the party to loot in it.
Yeah. Um, Brunk, there's an item here called Heward's Handy Spice Pouch. You seemed pretty food oriented earlier. Would you like the spice pouch? It
I can
has food
always,
seasoning like
uh,
salt, pepper, saffron, or cilantro.
well, if we're gonna eat healthy, we maybe gotta consider it.
Yeah.
Don't forget to grab your Healy pots.
Nerissa, you get the last two because there were 6 in there.
Oh, there were?
Yeah. When looking in the other chest, you saw that there's like, there was the spell scroll, the cantrip coins, just a few of these coins that have like this kind of magical symbol on them, and these are fairly common. You've seen these before. You can flip them and cast a cantrip, like any cantrip you can think of. But there's also this strange like almost like burned arrowhead. And even without a roll, like even just with like passive arcana, everybody feels that it is intensely magical.
Mm-hmm. It summons a guy. Sorry. I thought it was me.
I would be kind of interested in taking that arrowhead.
I'm not
Anybody
opposed to
else
that.
interested?
I think it's really
Anybody else?
cool, but I feel like it seems like it's something up your alley, Jesus.
Alright.
Those chests are permanently down there as well, so if you ever need them for storage or anything like that, aside from the group chest, if you have like just materials you want to store, that's the best place for them. Need to trap a goblin, interrogate it. You've got 2 chests for
And do you have a chest?
that. With that, seeing the spoils that the ship has provided.
Speaking of interrogations, I found a rather sadistic option online this week that'll be fun for Sunday night,
Oh yeah?
Ooh.
considering that I have the spell that will allow me to do it.
Excellent. I'm excited when we get back to the table for Sunday. That's going to be good.
I'll certainly need an opportunity to interrogate someone, but
Yeah, you'll have to. You'll have a chance to capture things, I'm sure.
I may have to be. I may be sitting on that one for a while. We'll see how it goes, I guess.
You feel like the ship lurch as it appears that something hits it.
Oh, great. Here we go again. Wonder what island we're going to end up on this time.
It's very faint, but you can hear through the floors of the fucking ship Barnabas yelling, "Everybody to the top! Everybody to the top!"
We had to rush up.
Yeah, you like there's another pounding, and the ship lurches again. I'm actually going to.
Where do we emerge?
You guys come out. Here. Hold on 1 second. We're gonna set this up. The group chest is not in there.
Which way did the ship lurch? Like, did it feel like something was coming from behind us, from the side? Did we bump into something?
Give me a perception check. You're not quite sure. From inside, it felt like it was coming from everywhere.
Okay.
You emerge and like bust out, like climb and run as fast as you can, and like bust out of the or like climb up and bust out of the door up onto the top level. And once again, you feel as like a slam causes the ship to lurch again. Everybody's on the right page. Beautiful. You see shadows out in the water, like moving about, but you don't see anything yet. We're going to get everybody to roll initiative, and go from there. Jesus Christ. Brunk, if I recall, you're the only one who can, like, change your initiative.
That's true. What the hell? I'll use it for the use to do my first use of that.
Charm of alertness. Okay, we're going to update that to a 13. Okay. So first thing to note before anything else, you can see that because this map doesn't have sails, I've just put in the spots where like the beams for the sails are. So if anybody wants to do any kind of crazy jumping around or anything like that, they have the the measurements there of where the beams would be. And like obviously you'll be able like if you're trying to climb up the sail or something like that, it's not like just like the beat. You're gonna have to jump 50 feet high. You'll have options to be able to get up there. There's roping and rigging and stuff like that. But that's completely up to you if that's the kind of strategy you want to have. Once again, you all feel kind of like the slam, and it doesn't feel like it's just one thing, but it feels like one thing that's slamming against the ship is doing the most to it and like kind of like causing it to tip and sway. I'm going to get everybody, before we start the combat, to roll a perception check for me. Nerissa and Jesus, you're able to catch some forms on the water, seeing them head towards the ship. I'm going to roll a d4 here. Oh, hell yeah, let's go. So you see Thievish. You see Richer. Oh, did it just do it to all of them? That's not what I wanted. Richer. We'll say involuntary. And balling. Looking around the ship, you can see that forms are starting to appear, just like kind of like the top back fin of the now familiar kind of like lizard man shadows that you've encountered, as they appear to be like coming from all sides of the ship.
Oh my god, they've got us surrounded.
Beginning combat with Feverish. You've seen them on like how they like move around your ship when they were on like the land or like on the wood section of it. They seem to like move and step slowly, but it seems that in the water they're like torpedoes. Like they're probably not as fast as you, Nerissa. You're pretty fast in the water now. But these guys, they don't play around in the water either. This one's going to like kind of like you watch it speed up and then kind of leap out of the water and just land on the edge here. Why are you invisible? There we go. Oh, everybody's invisible. God damn it. Okay. Richer. Richer, same thing, is just gonna swim up and just leap onto the deck here. Closest to Mirabelle, as the slimes were just kind of like chilling out on the deck. And it looks at like Mirabelle like Mirabelle's a snack. Lithraxis wheels around and he like sniffs at the water and he's like, surrounded by sickness, surrounded by darkness. These things start leaping onto the ship and he looks over and kind of like locks eyes with you guys, but specifically you, Jesus. Like you feel like this like intense burning when he like locks eyes with you for a moment. He nobody is like properly rested, so he still doesn't have all his abilities. But he is going to rush up, and you watch as he shoots like just like a small like blast of fire from his mouth. Hitting this hunter for good damage. Watch as he like just blasts it in the chest. Sorry, Lyric should be with Brunk, because she hasn't left Brunk's shoulder at all. Balling Shadowfin Hunter. It's super close. It's also gonna jump up and be close to your slimes. You feel a slam from the tail end of the boat. Threshold, so it only takes that, but your ship takes a little bit of damage. Jesus.
I'm gonna hit the richer Shadowfin Hunter with Chromatic Orb for fire damage.
Nice. Nine.
I'm gonna use my inspiration and reroll that.
Yep.
I'm 24.
24 definitely hits.
Awesome.
Yeah. You, like, Lothraxus runs up, gives you that eye as he's running up. Goes and you watch as he bursts his flame out and you're just like, oh, yeah, fire, great idea. And what does your chromatic orb look like specifically? Like, is it just an orb of fire or does it have any kind of, like, effect to it?
It's just like an orb of fire.
Just a straight up orb of fire. Yeah, just, like, explodes into, like, its side. You watch as it, like, it's still holding together, but it's, like, starting to, like, lose its ability to keep that form. As it almost, like, looks like it's about to burst into, like, just shadow.
Awesome. Alright, I'm gonna end my turn. Oh. I'm gonna get between him and end my turn there.
Jesus just, like, runs, like, fires this blast and then runs down the stairs and slides, like, in front of Mirabelle, putting himself between this Shadowfin Hunter and the slime. Brunk, it is your turn.
Hold on. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to run towards this one. As I'm running along the way, I'm going to use bonus action casting a divine favor. And then swing at this bad boy with my Warhammer. Oh.
That's definitely a hit.
So that plus D4 for Radiant. So the Radiant damage, I guess, is the 1. So it's 12 total, unless they're susceptible to Radiant.
Yeah. And as, like, you like, Brunk, you run up and, like, also kind of, like, slide, like, into place, and as you're swinging your Warhammer, the tip of it glows this, like, radiant glow. And what do you say as you just, like, slam through it and turn it into nothing but shadow?
Be gone, foul beast. And I'm like swinging at it like to knock it off the ship.
Yeah, like
Like baseball swing, you know, just
like not just like you swing and the hammer like hits solid and then like drags through it until it just explodes into shadow, like nothing but shadow.
do I get some on me?
Little bit.
Ugh. Ugh. Disgusting. Battle.
Rosalia, this thing jumped up behind her, and she is battle ready. So she doesn't even blink. She just turns around. She also hasn't rested, so she doesn't have a lot of spells left. But she do got that sacred flame. Hits it with a 12. Or no, does it misses the save with a 12. And takes 8 damage. She like lobs this like radiant flame at this thing, and like it scorches through and you watch as like it burns off a piece of it that doesn't appear to reform. This one does like a tall like dip down leap up from the water. This one leaps up onto the mast here. Or like this, like there's a sail here. Leaps up onto this 25 foot. Doesn't do anything else, but does appear. And Rosalia, you hear her go, oh, uh-oh. Black pearls. Involuntary. Yeah, involuntary's getting up there too. Leaps out of the water and like Rosalia's surrounded. Barnabas is steering the ship and keeping it steady right now. Aside from like a regular movement, yeah, I think he's going to he's going to want to help you guys. This bawling one over here, he is going to turn, and for his action, you watch as he pulls out a pistol and fires it. And instead of shooting a bullet, it fires as if it was magic missile. Where's the spell? Did I just put it on him? Does he already have magic? Yeah. We'll do it without consuming a spell slot. 7th level. Should be 6d4 plus 6. You watch as he pulls his pistol, and it only has one barrel, but it fires like a Roman candle, like just one after another, as these like purple sparks fly out and just like pop, 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 pop on this Shadowfin hunter over here. He looks over at the hunter as he fires at it, and he's like, "You were not invited to this christening. By the way, we still need a name, guys."
Well, let's see if we don't shipwreck this thing first, and then we'll name it, okay?
Deal. Lyric on your shoulder. You watch as she raises her hand. She goes, ah! Her hand kind of like glows like a little bit and like sparks, and then like the spark just like disappears. She like kind of like shakes her hand. She's like, ah! Same thing, like just like a little sparkle and then nothing. And then she like pats your neck frantically.
I'm sorry, I missed that. Like you were talking and like for whatever reason it didn't register. I'm sorry. I was thinking about names for the ship.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, so you watch it like her hand, she raises it up and she's trying to do that like radiant beam that she can do. But it
Okay.
looks like nobody is rested, so she doesn't have any charges of it left. And like for her, that's like
Ew.
she's raising her hand and like trying to cast it, and all that's happening are like sputtering sparks that come out and just nothing else. So she's like starts patting your neck frantically. She kind of like focuses hard, and you watch as she's just like, and like grabs your neck with both of her hands, and you feel magic flow through you as you can't feel it, but like everybody else looks, and you see that Brunk grows like spectral angel wings.
Uh oh. That's different. I wasn't supposed to. I didn't. I wasn't that kind of Azamar. But now I am. Oh, I feel.
Actually, no,
I feel. I
she's
feel funny.
she'd be closer to Fae. They're not angel wings; they are fairy wings, like
Oh, okay.
purple
Okay.
spectral fairy wings.
Okay. Like some of my people can do this, depending on where they come from. God damn it! I wish it would freeze so the goddamn mosquitoes would die.
Oh yeah, yeah. Nerissa.
Okay. Um, I hate fighting these things because I have no light-based attacks. um, I'm gonna try to get to the front of the ship to see if I can help Rosalia,
Okay, you
but
have.
I can't get. I can only get 60 feet, right?
Well, you can get 60
Or
feet, and then 3 times per short rest, you can use your bonus action to dash. So you could go 120 feet and still have an action.
I mean, you could get close enough to do something with a ranged component.
But like even then, like the times we fought them before, I've like shot them with arrows and stuff, and it's done like nothing to them because the arrows have no like light-based component.
Or any magical properties at all.
Yeah, like this is my one downfall with fighting these guys. However, I have a Swiss Charmy knife that can turn into anything on the list there, and one of the things is a steel mirror. And I'm really set on this idea of trying to redirect this beam of light from. So
No,
I just want to try and get over there and see what I can do.
not the
I mean, I
steel.
wish. Shit, if you could get to that thing right now, you could blast Cheery Shadowfin Hunter right in the face.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I want to get over there and make this magical mirror out of a Swiss Charmy knife and then be like, pull the trigger, Rosalia, and like hold them.
Now the
And
mirror
like,
is it doesn't make a tall mirror. Like the steel mirror that it gives you is like that big. Like it's like it's a mirror for like your face, for like shaving and shit.
that's good information to have. Um, That just means I would have to like hold it at arm's length and be really careful with how I'm.
You're gonna have to be pretty close to that laser.
Yeah, I don't want to get that close to the laser. Um, all right, hold on though. Hold on. What else do I have? I've got like a thieves kit, and I think I've got like some ropes and stuff. Can I put all this shit together? Can I MacGyver this?
Into what?
Some way to hold the mirror in front of the
What,
laser
you're gonna
without
make
my
like a
arms-
fishing pole with a mirror on the end of it to try and catch a beam of radiance? To blast it at something that's not in front of it? Is that the plan?
She's
When you say
obviously
it out
seen.
loud,
She's obviously seen Real Genius at least once.
You are an artificer. So I'm not just gonna outright say no.
I've got a lot of random shit in my bags. Like I have both a thieves kit and like a burglar's pack. There's got to be some stuff in there that I can use. We have a hooded lantern. Can I use that to shine light at these guys? Would just normal non-magical light do anything?
I will say, like, firelight is different than radiance.
Yeah.
You've noticed that fire hurts these things, but no more than, like, any other magical attack really has.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be like that, like, kind of, like holy damage that is doing, like, the brunt of things to it.
Yeah.
You know what you do have that you could at least do one radiant thing?
What?
You just got a cantrip coin. Oh wait, it's from the wizard spell list specifically. I don't know if they... What can the wizards learn? Hold on, let me find the wizard spell list for you guys.
Okay.
My mouse is doing weird things. Okay.
Kent. Wake up, Kent. This is Jesus, Kent. A giant rotating mirror that can redirect the beam.
I think I'm onto something, okay, you guys? It's physics. It's basic physics.
Like, yeah, literally.
It's light. I want to bounce it in another direction so it's not just straight ahead. I feel like that's got to be possible.
I put the
if I
wizard...
roll well enough.
I put the wizard spell list in the chat. If you want to see what you can cast with a cantrip coin, any cantrip on that spell, a wizard spell list is good. Again, I'm not ruling it out. If you want to turn your Swiss Charming knife into a mirror and use the materials you have to make like a strange beam reflecting fishing pole, I'm gonna make you roll for it.
Oh yeah, I'm aware.
You are trying to use... I think the artificer stuff goes by intelligence.
Intelligence is my second highest stat.
So what I will get you to roll here... Roll intelligence, like, plus your modifier. So if you click on... like on your character sheet, you'll see intelligence has +3 or +5. If you click the +3, it'll give you like an intelligence roll.
Okay. Is it just intelligence? I don't need to add anything.
If you click the little +3, it will add the +3 for your modifier.
Okay. Oh.
You've got this steel mirror. You've got this rope. You've got all the things that you think you need for this. You got even like you could like attach it to your sword or something like that. Unfortunately for you, Nerissa, you don't know how to tie knots. And so, like, you put this thing together and you go like, huh, and the mirror just like fucking drops out and drops to the ground at your feet. It doesn't break, thankfully. But like, you're just like, oh fuck, I don't know how to tie knots. Oh shit. Barnabas was supposed to teach me and that hasn't happened yet.
Comically embarrassing.
That is, you watch as Nerissa runs, like, she still has her wheels at this point, but she, like, speed wheels at 120 feet. Looks at this thing and goes, hold on, I've got an idea, and starts, like, trying to, like, mash rope and stuff together. And that's her turn. Oh my god. Hold on, let me get you a steel mirror. Is it there? Yeah, and we can get rid of this charm. Okay, at the top of the order. That was a good attempt. I would have loved to have seen that succeed. This thievish one, yeah, they're cornering Rosalia, so this one's going to rush up and go for the old multi-attack on her. Goes to bite and like just bites into like hard armor. You see like the sparks fly as it like tries to claw and also like claws against armor. No, Rosalia is fucking armored and armed to the teeth. This thing is just not getting through her defenses. Low Thraxis is going to jump and run down to this guy here. You watch as he just like brandishes his claws and screams, or roars rather. Hits on the first attack. Hits on the second attack. And then hits on the third attack. And it lives. Wow. So you watch as he like brandishes his claws, just rah, and just slash. And you watch as he like cuts it like down, but like it still like manages to kind of like reshape into form. But it is also looking like it's barely holding on. In return, it's going to take some attacks on him. Oh, those attacks should have been at disadvantage. That's good to remember. I'm not going to go back and re-roll all that, but that's good to remember. Hits him. That is still a hit. And another hit. Holy shit. This thing, like, sinks its teeth into Lothraxus, and you hear him scream out in pain, as it then, like, digs both of its, like, claws underneath his ribs and, like, starts to dig his claws into him. Shadowfin King is going to leap up out of the water onto the back of the ship. Is going to... You watch as it, like, opens its maw wide. Let's do a big portrait so you can remember what this thing kind of looks like up close. That big, like, gaping, glowing maw opens up and it goes... as it spits out another hunter. And that's all it'll do. It has made its presence known. Jesus, it is your turn.
I am going to cast Shatter on the big guy and the little guy beside him.
I'm going to cast Shit My Pants. Constitution save. Both of them succeed. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Alright.
The deck kind of splinters for a second under your shatter.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
It's weird, though, because you watch as it starts to kind of, like, fix itself fairly quickly.
And I'm gonna move back away from these guys. In there.
Okay. Brunk.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at Lyric and I'm gonna say, little lady, you might not want to be too close to me here for this next number, okay? Maybe go hang out over there with Barnabas.
She nods.
And I flap the wings a little bit, and kind of jump up over and fly up over the Shadowfin hunter that he just spat out, because I'm going directly for the king.
Okay.
And I'm going to activate my Celestial Revelation, my Radiant Consumption, so that it's on, and I'm spitting light and extra radiant damage to anything near me, knowing that these things are I'm gonna need it against these bastards.
Yep.
So what I'm trying to do is just avoid that opportunity attack from the hunter. That's why I'm moving why I described moving the way I am.
Yep.
Am I in his square, or do I need to be like there?
That works.
Okay. And then take a swing. See where the night takes us.
21 hits.
All right. So 1d4 plus 2 from the radiant consumption. Okay. So, and that's all radiant. The d4 plus 2 is all radiant damage.
Okay.
So roll that. So 4 of it is radiant damage.
4 of it. So
Out of 17.
that would be it would double to 8 radiant damage. So we'll just do minus 19. No, 21 minus 21.
And I will hover there, readying the shield and being like, come on, big boy.
Yeah,
It's time to finish this.
like Lyric drops off your shoulder as you leap up and like swing with your glowing warhammer, just like batting this thing in the face. And it just fucking like lurches back and like roars in your face.
It's all right. Your breath smells like ass.
Rosalia. Rosalia's not panicking. She's actually, like, you hear, like, she's, like, screaming almost like a war cry. As she pulls out her axe and just starts fucking swinging. Misses on the attack, though. Fucking digs into the figurehead a little bit, and once again you watch as she lifts the axe and the chip that she took off of it starts to repair and heal itself. That's all she can do. She be a cleric. This one leaps up onto the ship. And is going to attack Lithraxis. Hit. Oh, that's also a hit. That one's a miss. You hear Lithraxis still wailing out in pain as, like, one in front has, like, dug its fucking claws deep under his ribs. The other one bites onto his back, like, leaps out of the water and, like, bites onto his back and just, like, rakes one claw across his back and, like, just, like, whiffs with the other one as it, like, kind of, like, flails over his head as he tries to, like, shake it loose. Cheery is going to run down. That's 20. That's as far as it can go. Okay, yes, I have to remember. So when you're attacking the Shadowfin Hunters, they do have displacement, so you should be attacking with disadvantage. Involuntary is going to run up. He's going to be trying to bite into Rosalia and crits. Fuck. That could have been a lot worse, but it's still not great. Oh, no! She's... Aha! No. I have to re-roll that damage. Hold on one second here. Where's the bite? And the reason I have to re-roll that damage is because she has adamantine armor. Gonna make me roll just to be able to do the damage. That's fine. So she actually takes 10. But we're still gonna go in for a claw. Another crit that's not a crit. Holy fuck. Claws are doing just as much as the bite. Third one misses. But you see this thing like rush across to the front, and now they've boxed her in. And it also like bites in. You see that it gets into the shoulder, and it must have penetrated because you hear her scream. It also like kind of like slashes underneath, gets underneath the armor, and slashes her back.
Dude, God. Fucking damn it! Pardon. Apologies.
That's okay.
My dog got his paw caught on my cord for my headphone, and I tried to get it for headphones and tried to get it free, and that didn't work. He jerked it free.
That's fair. Barnabas looks nervous as he's looking around. He's like, he's like still holding the ship. He's like, I don't know what to do. I think we're gonna go with a wisdom here. Just a wisdom check. He raises his hand to instinctively cast a spell, before, like, thinking twice about it. He's like, oh, fuck. And he pulls out Scarlet, and lets go of the wheel, running towards this Shadowfin hunter to help out Lithraxis. And just, like, slices through the one, turning it into nothing but shadow. You watch as, like, Lithraxis looks up and, like, nods at Barnabas with a little bit of respect. And Barnabas, can he make it back? It gets to the edge and just, like, grabs onto the wheel again. It's just like, oh. Lyric does as she's told and flies over to Barnabas, landing on his shoulder. Nerissa.
Okay. Now hold on. Is there any way I could get to the serpent head without them noticing me?
You're trying to, like, stealth behind them?
Yeah. Is it stupid to not be giving up on this mirror idea? It seems too scientific. But I also don't have any, like, magical... I don't know. I don't want to rush into, like, a battle that I'm, like, not gonna... But Rosalia's out there all on her own.
Yeah, she needs help.
Yeah. Hold on. I was looking at the wizard list of the spells.
Yep.
But, like, are any of those, like, light? Like, do any of them...
None of them are
light?
radiant spells. You can create light, but I think with it being from the wizard spell list, being able to at least do damage, like you could do like a firebolt or something like that to at least do damage, that would probably be the best use of it. I would recommend here.
Okay, okay. I'm going to use my cantrip coin. I'm gonna hold on. What's it? I want to try and like sneak up behind them and like use my cantrip coin so I can like do a sneak attack.
You won't be able to do sneak attack on
No.
the spell.
No,
Sneak attack is when
okay.
you do a physical attack, I
Like a
believe.
physical.
Or no, it's
Oh,
hold on, let me see. Sneak attack. Where are you?
the attack must use a finesse or a ranged weapon.
Yes. So it wouldn't work with a spell.
Okay. Well, either way, I still want to shoot them with this firebolt.
Sure. Yeah. Spells. Let me go ahead and I should be able to drag a scroll onto your character sheet.
Okay.
Create scroll. There we go. So in your inventory, you should see spell scroll firebolt. You should be able to click on it and it should like activate it as a spell.
Okay, and then attack or standard roll? And just do standard roll?
Standard. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And then it should give you like roll an attack. In the chat. Yeah, there you go. 11 does not hit.
Shit.
You can use your inspiration to reroll.
I would like to do that.
Yeah, just roll a d20 plus 5.
Mm.
15 is a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
8 damage to the thievish Shadowfin hunter. You hit it in the back, and like not only like it does damage, and you see as it kind of like lurches forward and like hisses, but more so than that, it turns and like looks at you, and it looks like you've gotten its attention.
All right. I don't think there's anything else I'm able to do with my turn. I have a... How far am I from him? Am I further from him than he can move in one go?
Yeah, his land, like on land, they don't seem to be able to move very quickly.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna, like, from a distance be like, yeah, leave her alone. And then that's all I can do, so I'm ending my turn.
Thievish, yeah, it is going to... It's not even gonna care about a like attack of opportunity. It's gonna move towards you. It's got to use its whole action to get even like all of that to get that close. Rosalia is going to take an attack of opportunity on that one. Still hits for 12. And so I can just remember it at this point. You watch as it starts to like blur and wave as like it looks like there's like multiple of it like standing in the same spot. Lascivious Shadowfin Hunter. Aw, everybody just left Mirabelle all by her lonesome. Lascivious is gonna try and feast on chicken. I think... Yeah, Barnabas can't do anything about that. Oh, that still hits too. You hear Barnabas scream out, "Mirabelle, no!" As it, like, claws into this slime, and, like, tears into it with its mouth and just, like, drops, like, this, like, yellow goop that is left behind. Lothraxis looks directly into this thing's face and, like, breathes out this heat breath on it. What? No, it should be charged. It should be charged. He watches Lothraxis, like, this thing is, like, on his back. He, like, nudges with an elbow and pushes him off, turns around, and breathes just this huge cone of fire in this thing's face. The Shadowfin King has you all up in his cheese. You watch as it starts to sway as it blurs as well. And it is going to look and lock, like, it's like multiple eyes with yours, Brunk, as it's going to try and enslave you. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw, DC 14. You feel the echoes start to seep in your mind. You feel it saying, "Kill your friends. Kill them all." And how does Brunk respond to that? You're muted.
I don't think I really want to do that today. I think I'm gonna, like, kill you and your friends instead.
And it just, you hear it go, no! As it, like, leaves the recesses of your mind. That's all it's gonna do. Jesus.
Brunk, are you alright on your own if I start heading towards the front of the ship to help Rosalia?
Go help the other ones. Go help
Alright.
Nerissa. Go help Rosalia.
Yeah, alright. I'm gonna head this way, and then I'm gonna hit the thievish shadow hunter with chromatic orb. With a firebolt. With a fire chromatic orb.
Yeah. So it's a ranged attack roll. Please make sure you roll it with disadvantage. I've got the blur effect on him to make sure that we remember. 10 does not hit.
Shit. Well, I guess I'm gonna end my turn there because I can't do anything else.
Okay.
Operation.
Brunk.
Brunk's gonna move around him. I guess it's gonna have to be there. I was hoping I was gonna be closer to the. I thought the other guy was closer, but I guess he's not. Okay.
Nine does not hit. As this time it sees the kind of hit, it sees the light coming at it, and you watch as it kind of like forms out, like just turns into like a full shadow as your hammer just kind of like swipes right through it.
Mm-hmm. And then my grand charm of combat prowess activates.
Oh!
And I smack him anyway.
Using the momentum of the swing.
I just added the bonus for
Plus-
effect. I didn't
plus
realize
20.
it was going to actually roll that ridiculous attack roll.
That's hilarious. It technically doesn't reroll. You just hit.
I know. I just added. I was messing with I was playing with it in Forge and was.
That's funny.
What the heck? Oh, hold on.
Holding.
I didn't realize that it also unplugged my keyboard
Oh shit.
whenever the cord got jerked out for the headset. So I love that dog. It wasn't his fault. Okay. So 3 points of radiant plus the rest. Wait a minute. I think it should actually be 11 with 3 points of radiance because I think it's adding the D4 and I was automatically because of the. I think the system is actually adding my D4 for divine favor. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it looks like the effect is on with concentration. So yeah, it's already
Yeah.
adding it. That's cool.
Yeah, I was adding it to the miscellaneous and I just didn't think about it. So
No worries.
Okay.
It's 11 damage.
Right.
And then
he'll still take the additional 4
Yeah,
for the end of my turn for the radiant consumption. So
Yep.
that'll work. And I think that's pretty much it for what I can do.
Rosalia.
If only I was 5th level.
Rosalia, I think she's done playing around. What's she doing? I think she's gonna watch as she like quaffs a potion because she is hurting. And she is going to try and sacred flame this one in front of her. Oh wait, it's save or suck here. Doesn't take the damage if it succeeds. So sorry, it doesn't take damage as she tries to hit it with fire and it kind of like dips out of the way. She is going to risk the attack of opportunity to back up. And it misses. Exalted. Still on Lothraxis. Just got like blasted in the face with fire. That's a hit. Lothraxis is not looking good. That's a miss. Last one's a hit. Another 6. You watch this again, like this one like bites into like his shoulder, and like goes in like the same like spot under the ribs that the first one got. You watch as it like digs in as well, and kind of like just opens up that wound a little bit more. And he all like falls to one knee for a minute. You watch as this thing is about to take him down. Cheery Shadowfin Hunter. 40 feet, that's all it can do. Involuntary. Also can get up that far and do nothing else, but once again, it's in Rosalia's cheese. You hear Barnabas scream out with rage. Lets go of the steering wheel, like he's not even thinking about it anymore. And he... this is going to be the primary, and then it's within 30 feet. No, so it's just those two. That's still...
Holy shit. Oh my. Ooh. Temporarily blinded there.
Yeah, as like you watch as like these clouds form over, and like his eyes glow this bright yellow as he screams, and he just yells "Mirabelle!" and like reaches out and fires this lightning bolt from his hand that hits the hunter first, and then like bounces off onto the Shadow King, and he runs over to like Mirabelle's like what is left of her goop. Things are about to get a little weird. Wild Mage's Curse. I need somebody. I'm going to say Brunk. Roll a D100 for me. Brunk? Brunk?
Sorry. What's Barnabas doing?
I need you to roll a D100 for me, please.
Oh, gotcha. I'll do that.
62. Oh, that's not even that bad. You watch as Barnabas glows, like, extremely bright, as he appears to be under the effects of, like, fairy fire.
Yeah, that's not that bad. For everybody else, anyway.
The Shadowfin Hunter, like, kind of hisses at the light. Lyric...
She gonna try to grab the wheel and hold it steady?
No. Lyric flies over down to Mirabelle's kind of goop and, like, picks it up into her hands. And you watch as she starts to cry and weep over this goop. And as she does, it almost looks like you watch as, like, it's almost like a wound appears on her. It's like on her arm, you see it, like, it kind of, like, rips open. And as it does, and she starts, like, weeping into the slime, she is going to take half of that health. And you watch as Mirabelle starts to reconstitute. That's what Lyric's going to do. Nerissa. Get out of my trash, you fucking gremlin. Go. Go. Bad girl. Get out of here.
Oh, it's okay. Okay. So, all right, I have another idea. I gotta get real creative with my lack of radiant abilities against these guys. So I'm just really fast now. Would I be able to, like, either zip over to Rosalia or Jesus and, like, get them to, like, ride on my tank, like, you know how you could, like, ride on the handlebars of a bike?
Yeah.
Do that so I could, like, cart them around all quickly and nimbly because I've got a good dexterity, and, like, get them into position to make good.
I would allow
Because
that.
you guys, because Jesus, you have, like, dope ass. Okay, do you the losing like the taking the disadvantage for the ranged, was that because of Jesus's,
No,
like, attributes, or is that because of the shadow
they
guys?
have the shadow guys. They have, like, a blur effect on
Okay.
them.
Okay. Who would benefit from getting zooped around better? Jesus, what are your, like, are you better with, like, ranged stuff, or
Yeah, I'm better with ranged stuff.
okay. Would I guess I'm trying to figure out who would benefit more from riding on my thing's handlebars and me, like, positioning. Is this a bad idea or is this a good idea? I genuinely
I think I think Rosalia with her hammer on your handlebars
That's
would be
exactly
better.
okay. So I'm gonna zoop over to Rosalia. That's only 25 feet of movement.
You will take
Can
an
I, like,
attack of opportunity from the thievish hunter if you go by there, though. Like, if you go directly by, yeah. If you can move
what if I
around,
did it, like, as, like, a curve?
yeah, it would just
Like,
take more
get over
steps, right?
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's still like less than my 60 feet of movement that I'm able to do. Does that count?
No,
Or
that's perfect. And then you'd be like right
okay,
there.
yeah. And then would it be possible to like getting her on? Would that make it like moving back would not be part of the same movement, or
What do you mean?
like because I want to not only get her on there, but like what if I were to like I'm picturing like me like zooping around and doing like a weird like a quick like get her on the cart while like still it's really cool in my head.
Okay, I like I see it. I can see it happening.
So like I'm trying to like get her on the cart and also away from the shadow guy.
Give me an acrobatics roll
Okay.
as you're trying to like Tokyo drift and like fucking scoop her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to Tokyo drift scooper. Dang.
Yeah, 13. I was gonna say 10 is probably a good limit there. The 13, you do like the swoop around and like bump her so she like falls like into the tank. Like you hear just a sploosh, she's like ah. And you scoop her and you're like just like moving back. Like where are you moving to? I think you have like 25 feet left.
Uh directionally like diagonally away from like everybody basically. So it was
Yeah.
like a very tight turn, but it was cool because I'm very nimble in my tank. You said 25
Or sorry,
feet?
20 feet.
20 feet. All right, that takes me to here. And just earlier too.
She looks up like she's like, oh, thanks.
No problem. I got you, girl.
And yeah, now you are Mario Kart double dashing.
Excellent.
Anything else,
And
Nerissa?
then um I don't think so. I think that's as good as I'm going to be able to do for the team right now. So ending my turn.
You're Tokyo drifting. That was enough of a display that they're starting to come after you.
Oh fuck. That's solid.
This one, like, it has to use its full range of movement and action and all that to get to you, but it, like, runs to, like, try and, like, intercept in front. This one is going to try and hit Barnabas, who just, like, fucking took a big old chunk out of it with lightning. Hits for 6. Claw hits. Yes, just hits. For another 8. And last claw. Fucking fully whiffs on that last one as it just like lashes out and starts like biting and clawing into Barnabas. And Barnabas, like, he's taking it, but also like he doesn't wince, he doesn't scream, except for like this, like through his teeth he's like screaming with rage. As like he doesn't even notice that Mirabelle's up yet. He's just like pulling out like all his anger on this thing. Lothraxis. I think Lothraxis is going to disengage and try to like lead this thing away from the slimes. It's just like beating his chest and like, hey, follow me. It looks like he's kind of like limping as he moves. He does not look like he's doing well at all. Shadowfin King Still has you in front of it, Brunk. You managed to get through its enslavement. It's going to reach out with a tentacle. Instead of trying to attack you, if it hits, it's trying to grab you. Misses on the first one. .24, I believe, hits you on the second one, right? If you're talking, you're muted.
It's considered a melee attack?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to try this. Now, do I have to roll this? Would this roll at disadvantage, I'm assuming? The
Yes.
reaction attack for the shield to try to eat him?
It would be rolled with disadvantage.
It's worth it. Wait. Can I use my thing to make it auto hit? My Grand Charm? It's considered a melee weapon attack.
When you miss with a melee weapon attack, you can choose to make it hit instead. Yeah, if you want to burn.
I'm gonna roll it first. We'll just see what happens first on the disadvantage. But yeah, I'm gonna guess a 13
fails.
doesn't?
Fails on the king.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? So it's just gonna. I gotta roll the damage on it now, right?
Yeah, 1d4 plus 1d6.
See, I probably shouldn't have wasted it, but whatever.
But it's still cool to do.
Now that I read it, though, I should have probably. Add. I'm assuming I'd add 2 to that for the radiant consumption too. So.
Yeah, so that's
11 plus 4 radiant, I guess.
How does this spell? Divine Favor. Yeah, weapon attacks. Okay, so that radiant stands. So it would be 8 instead of 4. So that's 15 plus the 2, which would be another 4. So 19 damage. As the shield, like, bites into you, but it still reaches up a tentacle and, like, grabs your leg, Brunk.
I hear it.
And now grappled, with it grappled, like, within your grip, it's gonna dive into the water and try and pull you with it. This is gonna be an opposed athletics. And you're trying to beat a 20.
Wait. Okay.
That's a 9. You watch as Brunk is, like, swinging his hammer wildly and, like, slamming it into the Shadowfin King. And you see as 2, like, tendrils, like, whip up, and one whips and misses, and the second one reaches up and wraps around all, like just, like, the whole length of one of Brunk's legs, and it dives into the water and pulls Brunk in with it. This should be minus. No. There we go. For the sake of being nice, I'm gonna say, Brunk, you were able to like take in like a pretty deep breath before you're pulled under, if you so choose. Unless you want to just like start taking water right away.
No, I'd be.
But that is its turn. Jesus.
I'm not even sure what to do here. Nerissa, are you okay if I go help Lefraxis because he's just about dead? If I go get the guy up, coming up behind him? Sorry, you were muted. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah. Go help with Rexus. Yeah. You're good.
I'm gonna move as close to here as I can. I'm gonna hit the Exalted Shadowfin Hunter with a Chromatic Orb with a fire one.
That's a hit.
Awesome. Would I be close enough to throw a potion to Lefraxis?
Yeah, I'd allow it here.
Okay, I'm gonna toss him a potion.
He like catches it in his hand.
And I'm just gonna end my turn here because I can't do anything else.
Yeah, well, let me drag one of these over. So you can just deduct a healing potion. Rosalia. Rosalia's on the back of your tank, Nerissa. She looks up at, like, everything happening in front of you guys.
Can I like scooch down in my tank to get her like a clearer
Yeah.
shot at...
She's just like, duck. She doesn't aim for the thievish one. She actually like looks back, also like aiming to help Lethraxis and Jesus, and fires a guiding bolt, a level 2 guiding bolt at the one behind them. And hits. You watch as she lobs like this bolt of like light energy that just lands on the exalted thing's chest, explodes into this burst of light, and when like the light is gone, the thing is gone with it. She is then gonna drink her last potion. And that's going to be Rosalia's turn. Cheery has to use its whole movement, but like gets up beside your tank. Involuntary, same thing. It's got to like loop around, but also like now they've like surrounded and started to box you in. Barnabas doesn't stop. Like it's just a relentless assault on this fucking one over here. Should have been with disadvantage. We'll roll a second one. Misses. He gets more than one attack. He gets 2 attacks. Yes. Hits with the second one. And you watch as he cuts through, and this one bursts into shadow as well. Lyric goes as she's like trying to like alert you guys to Brunk being pulled over the side. But there's nothing that she can do about it right now, so she's just at the edge, freaking out. Nerissa, you are surrounded by these things.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Did he pull me over and I wasn't able to do it? I'm not able to do anything? I feel like he went before me. And we're way down the list on...
Yeah, we missed your turn. Hold on, Nerissa. So, Brunk, I don't know why that skipped over there. He pulled you in and, like swam down about 30 feet with you. The first thing I need from you... let's see. A creature can hold its breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus its con modifier. Minimum of 30 seconds. So, like, right now, you're able to hold your breath. Oh.
4 minutes.
Sorry, Discord's freaking out. None of you guys are...
Hey, we're sounding like a robot a little bit for a few seconds for me there.
Oh, you're getting robotic for me too. Oh, hopefully the internet's not fucked. Oh, and I lost everybody's cameras.
I still see everyone.
Okay, hold on. We just got all the tech gremlins tonight. Are you flipping me off? Okay, Brunk, you are under the water. You've got a constitution of 16. So you can hold your breath for a good, 4 minutes under the water. Before you need to breathe. When a creature runs out of breath, it can survive for a number of rounds equal to its con modifier. At the start of its next turn, it drops to 0 hit points. For example, a creature with a con of 14 can hold its breath for 3 minutes. It starts suffocating. It has 2 rounds to reach air before it drops to 0 hit points. When making a melee weapon attack, a creature that doesn't have a swimming speed has disadvantage on the attack roll unless the weapon is a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident. Ranged weapon attack automatically misses a target beyond the weapon's normal range. Okay, yeah. So right now it's got a tentacle on you. You're under the water. You're holding your breath, but it's only going to be so long.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you're wearing a heavy armor.
Well, I'm gonna try stabbing this bitch.
Yep. Still roll with disadvantage because it's got the blur. 17 does not hit.
Okay.
It's just the attack for you.
I can do this. Can't I?
Yes, you can.
Oof. I'm going up.
Yeah, you blink and just blink back to the surface. Like the 30 feet brings you back. You're still in the water, but you're able to at least wade and maybe even grab onto the boat for a little bit of stability so that you don't fucking sink immediately.
I can still fly, right?
Oh yeah, you still have your wings.
Fly on me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm fine. Yeah. I'm gonna try to fly. Why can't I grab? Why? Oh, it's because it's not my turn.
Oh yeah, that checks out.
That's right.
How high are you flying up?
Just back up here to the
deck.
Back up on here, up to the boat. Yeah, kind of hovering at the deck.
Perfect. You land beside Lyric, and she's just
and that would end my turn. That would be all I can do. So
she just hugs your leg. She's like, ah. Sorry, yeah. Nerissa, it is your turn now.
Okay. So these guys are like how close are they? They're right on me?
On each side of the tank, in front of you and on both sides. They're they've run up now and are keeping your pace.
Okay. Can I try to just full on bash through this first one and just he's just a guy. I'm football tackle mentality, just gonna try to go through this first guy right ahead of me because I want to try and get us as close to that healing crystal and as close to where everyone else is.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and give me... Are you trying to roll through and do damage, or are you just trying to get past them?
I mean, I would like to do some damage. I also don't want to go quite as far as I put my person. Because, I want to keep Rosalia close enough that she can, do some damage to them, too, on her turn.
Okay, so go ahead.
Out of, immediate danger, you know?
In this case, then, I'm going to ask for an attack roll here. Just an unarmed strike will do. You're just trying to hit it with your fucking mobility scooter.
When you put it that way, it sounds way less intimidating. Sorry, what did you say?
Under your weapons, you'll have one that's called Unarmed Strike.
On standard roll.
$14, yeah. So you manage to bash past. Go ahead and roll your damage for that. I think it's 1 plus your strength modifier, so it's not even a roll. It's just 1 plus whatever your strength is, which is a -1. You do no damage to this thing. You just kind of roll over top of it. Oh, 1 minus 1 plus 1. So it takes 1 damage. As you kind of just keep going with the cart and just roll over top of it.
Alright, that's all I'm gonna do.
It was technically just your movement.
Was it?
Yeah, because I made you roll the attack roll to see if you it was basically to see if you get past it, and then if you did, you would do damage to it. But you haven't done an attack yet. Just consider that part of your movement.
Okay, I mean, like, can I shoot an arrow at this guy? The thievish
Sure.
shadow hunter?
Yeah.
Sure, why not? I'll try shooting an arrow at him.
Roll with disadvantage. That's a hit. Make sure that when you're adding your damage that you add your sneak attack damage as well. Should be a plus 1d6. There we go. Be this little guy right here. Takes half damage. You fire an arrow and like hit it in the eye. You watch as the shadow kind of like forms around it and like crushes the arrow. As it doesn't heal, but it like just kind of like forms over it.
So does it just like have like an arrow sticking out of its eyeball?
Like
Or is it like
it almost like snapped that like back half of the arrow. You watch this like the back half of the arrow like drops.
Okay. Okay. Wait. That's all I'm gonna do.
Oh, the connection's getting spotty again. I don't know if it's like, is the weather bad outside or something? Like, what the fuck is happening today?
Doesn't look like it. Um,
I don't know what it is because it says like the internet's connected. The speeds are fine. Hold on. Can you hear me? Hello? Disconnected. Oh, can you hear me?
mhm.
So it's also Discord just having issues. It's just all the bad tech things are happening today. Awesome. Okay. Thievish. It's looking pretty fucked up, but it's not dead, so it's gonna try and bite onto Rosalia. Crits but doesn't crit. Rosalia takes 18. Misses with a claw. Misses with the other claw. So you watch as it like bites into Rosalia's shoulder and like kind of like drips more of that like weird shadow venom, and you hear her scream out behind you. Low Thraxis. It doesn't recharge. He's gonna come try and help you guys, but there's not much he can do. You know what? He's gonna take that healing potion that he got. And he is going to just like shoot a firebolt at the guy behind you and miss. You watch as like a firebolt like whizzes by your head, Nerissa. Shadowfin King can't do what he was going to do to Brunk. So he is going to swim back up, leap back onto the deck. He's just gonna poop out another hunter. He's gonna spit another one right in front of you, Brunk.
So gross.
Jesus.
Is it an action or a bonus action to use a charm?
It depends on the charm.
The charm of... Hold on. Charm of the Eagle.
Would be an action.
It's an action? Okay. Never mind that. I'm going to cast Shatter on this group of Shadowfins around Rosalia and Nerissa.
They need to...
Oh wait,
Oh,
I
that's
think
the
I
wrong
cast
spell.
the wrong spell. Okay, sorry.
Go ahead, roll your damage. Cheers half. Involuntary is half. You watch as the thievish one in the front just like explodes, like you feel the rumble behind you, Nerissa, as like the wood splinters underneath all three of them, and this pressure, like this thunderous pressure, just like bursts around them. And you see two of them; they take a bit of damage, but this thievish one just like explodes into a cloud of smoke. Brunk.
Awesome. I'm gonna...
Oh yeah, Jesus. So what are you doing? Anything else?
Oh no, sorry, I was just gonna say I was ending my turn.
Okay, Brunk. Who are you swinging at?
Monumental.
13 hits.
Great.
Excuse me.
Two of that. I think two of it, or I don't know. What? How does it break down?
It'd be
Yeah, the two of it is radiant, plus the additional 2 for the 10-foot range for the end of my turn.
So it'd be
And that should hit him and the king for the extra damage.
the extra 2 radiant.
Yep. That was why I moved around him. That way I was away from Lyric and I was close enough to the king for the king to catch a little extra. And I think that's gonna do it. I don't know that I really have a bonus action of any kind that I...
Sorry, you rolled. I need you to roll the attack again because it should have been rolled at disadvantage.
Oh. I only rolled it that way because I didn't see the modifier on it.
Yeah, I forgot to put the little token on when they came out. $11 does not do it. It still takes the 4 at the end of your turn, though. Should have been 17. Monumental in response is going to try and bite you. Miss. Also a miss. 21, I believe, hits. AC's a 20. Okay, it'll be 10 damage, and then you're using your reaction for the shield again. That take out your I can't hear you. You're muted.
I was rolling with the disadvantage because I thought I was doing the attack roll instead of the stupid concentration roll.
Save. Although you would have failed it either way. You rolled a 2 and a 5.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your shield. That's also a miss on it. So it goes and like slash, goes for the bite. The shield like opens up and the teeth open up and like just snap at it, but just miss it. That is all the Monumental Shadowfin Hunter can do. Rosalia on the back of your cart, Nerissa. I think she has used all of her spells now. She's got cantrips. She is going to 15-foot cube from self. Oh, no. She's going to cast Word of Radiance. Involuntary fails. And takes 8. She looks at you, she's like, haul ass, we need to get out of there. I don't like them. Cheery is going to... Oops. Cheery is going to run up and try and attack you, Nerissa. Uh... 14 doesn't hit you. But a 23 does. So it goes to snap at you with a bite, and you're able to kind of like dip, but like before you can gain your momentum, it like comes out with one claw and like slashes you across the chest for 10 damage. That's gonna go for its second one. Misses on the second claw as well. So it just gets you with the 1. Involuntary is going to come up behind and try and hit Rosalia. Miss. Also a miss. And just can't scratch her at all there. Barnabas seems to calm down a little bit as he looks down and sees Mirabelle kind of like bouncing around. Turns back, like scoops up Mirabelle and runs back to the wheel and takes hold of it. I think that's going to be it. Like just trying to keep control of the ship as it's starting to kind of like heel and turn. Lyric is going to back off with him. Still holding on to that fly spell for you. Nerissa, it is your turn again. You're muted.
I'm doing exactly as Rosalia said and hauling ass. Would I be able to like somehow scoop up Lithraxis as well, or is that an overcrowded?
You're starting to overcrowd there. I think both you and Rosalia in your tank right now is a lot.
All right, me and Rosalia are just gonna go the full speed, but we're gonna swing past Lithraxis and be like, "Get to the healing crystal!"
Oh, smart. He just nods.
So that was like 60 feet, I think, where I am now.
Beautiful. Yeah, Rosalia's there with you.
And then that's my turn.
Lothraxis, that's good advice. Yeah, Lothraxis is just gonna follow behind. You move 30 feet, so he's like running next to your cart. Also headed towards the healing crystal, but he's gonna stay at pace with you.
Excellent.
The Shadowfin King is going to move up to you, Brunk. It is just going to be trying to attack you here. Miss on the first attack. Gets 2 tentacles. Gonna go for a second one. It's also a miss. It's gonna go for a tail swing. Misses. Goes to like whip out the tentacles at you, and you're able to just kind of block with your shield. It goes in for like a tail swipe, and you're able to just kind of like leap over top of its tail. And it roars in its like dissatisfaction. Jesus.
Alright, I'm gonna hit the involuntary Shadowfin with a firebolt. And
$18 hits. That's a good shot. -7. Anything else?
and then I'm gonna start hauling ass out of there too. End my turn there.
Brunk. Um, you swing it. Are you going to move at all, or are you just kind of staying up in the cheese there?
Doesn't seem to be much point.
Okay. Monumental is just keeping its assault going on you. Miss. High IC's working in your favor. That's a hit. Gets you with one claw, Brunk, for 5 slashing damage. Misses with the second claw attack. At the end of Monumental's turn, the Shadowfin King is going to use a legendary action to try and hit you with its tail again.
They should have both taken 4 damage at the end of my turn.
From
Sorry,
your radiant. Yeah.
Yep. Just for whatever that's worth.
It's 4 or is it 2? Like 4 after the multiply.
It's 2. It's 2,
Yeah.
and then it's multiplied.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. 4. There we go. 4. 4. And then tail attack on you. And the king whiffs. Rosalia. Everybody is close together. But there's not really a whole hell of a lot she can do right now. I think they might be close enough that she can still Sacred Flame. Yeah, perfect. She's gonna cast a Sacred Flame over on Cheery. But it dodges out of the way. He watches the flame kind of like explodes beside it as like now they're like raptor running to try and catch up with you. 40 feet. So like leaps over. It's behind you, but not close enough that it can do any harm yet. But Involuntary is running to meet it. Barnabas looks nervously, sees you guys heading for the crystal. Looks at you, Nerissa, as you're like kind of like wheeling, driving by, and like clocks you. It gets your attention and says, "If anything happens to me, lass, it was a good run." And he is going to go for a second upcast Chain Lightning. Which they both fail. That should be... Okay, so damage stays the same. That is 47. Both of them are gone. He just fires out this, like, chain of lightning and they both explode into shadow. But that means that he has cast another spell. I need this window. Like that. Oh, it's going to do that anyway. Oh, this could be huge. This could be bad. Jesus, roll a D100. 78. Nerissa, roll a D100. $72. He points to the Shadowfin King. Yeah, he points to the Shadowfin King, and you watch as the Shadowfin King starts to get a lot denser. Like, it looks like from your point of view, especially as somebody who swims, Nerissa, you think that with how much denser it appears to be getting, it would have trouble swimming in the water. Like, it might slow it down because it's just, like, more weight for it to have to move around. It says, target's weight could quadruples while he's swimming or wading.
Okay.
That is Barnabas's turn. You watch as he kind of like tosses out like this mode of magic at the Shadowfin King. Lyric again is holding on to that fly spell, so it's just she's tucking herself underneath the wheel. Nerissa.
All right, I'm just gonna keep trying to get Rosalia to the healing crystal, and that's this thing at the back of the ship, right? I can get us all the way there.
Yep. We'll say once you, at the moment you get into that like proximity of it, you gain 1 health.
Okay.
Every round, as long as you're within 10 feet of it, you'll gain another health.
Okay. Am I close enough at all to...
You could use your arrow attack, or...
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot an arrow at the monumental.
Nine does not hit. As the arrow kind of just whizzes by.
Okay. Alrighty, that's all I'm gonna do.
Lothraxis is going to use everything he's got to get up close as well and start getting that healing. Again, it's 1 per round, but that's still not... It's better than nothing. Yeah, that's all that's literally all he can do. Just use his whole turn to kind of toot it and boot it up there. The Shadowfin King can see within 30 feet of it. Brunk is immune. Oh, no. Oh, it can reach out to any of you. It's going to reach out to you, Nerissa.
Yikes.
I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw. The DC is 14. That is a 3.
Oh no.
Nerissa, you feel as this kind of darkness starts to flow into your mind, and all you hear is this mad whisper that says, kill them. Kill your friends. Kill all of them. Nerissa, on your turn, you will not be able to take reactions, and you are currently under the Shadowfin King's control. You can repeat the save if you take damage, but otherwise, you want to act in whatever manner it tells you to, and right now it is telling you to kill your friends. Jesus Christ.
Alright, I'm going to move up here. And I'm gonna cast Shatter on these guys.
Okay, con save. They both succeed. Go ahead and roll your damage. It's still a decent chunk.
Alright, and I'm gonna burn some sorcery points to gain a spell slot back. And then end my turn there.
Brunk. You just slam back a potion of healing. Okay. Monumental Shadowfin Hunter. Oh, Jesus, can I get you to meet your mic? I mean, it's not going anywhere. You're not going. It's not going. It's gonna keep taking attacks on you. Hits on the last one. 9 damage as it manages to get under your armor. Rosalia doesn't know anything's wrong yet, so Rosalia is going to gain a health. She is going to toss a sacred flame over at Monumental. It fails. That's max damage. Watch, she throws this radiant flame right in its face, and it like explodes, and like half of its chest is like just gone. You can like almost see through it. She just screams, "Take that, you bastard!" Barnabas. Barnabas is gonna keep rolling the dice. He's like, the ship can take it. If I place it right, the ship can take it. Oh, Brunk, you're not in that. Kind of levels it back and like up in the air so it'll explode and still reach these two. Nice. This monumental Shadowfin hunter just also bursts and explodes. And we'll do his roll quick. Third level. I think it said nuisance. Go ahead. Brunk, you go ahead and give me a D100 roll, please. 38. Oh. You watch as he kind of, like, he looks around a little bit anxious, and he says, "Oh, sorry." And you all feel like this breeze of wind fly out from him with a slight stank. Lyric is holding her nose underneath the steering wheel. Nerissa, you are trapped within your own mind, and you don't feel the control over your body. All you're hearing is, again, that echo of kill your friends, kill your allies, kill every one of them. And you are compelled to obey. What are you doing?
Is there any part of me that's trying to fight it, or just like fully like I'm simping for the king now?
You aren't able to roll to make a save for this unless you are hurt. So you're
Okay.
simping for the king right now.
Okay. So I just like turn to Rosalia and like creepy, like it's almost like the Shadow King voice is like coming through me, and I'm just like, kill your friends, kill your enemies, or kill your allies. And I'm gonna take out my dagger and like slash at Rosalia.
Sure, yeah, go for an attack roll.
Oh, I hope this doesn't do well.
You go to like slash out at her, and it like glances across her armor, and she looks like, "What the fuck?"
And I just look at her again. Kill your friends. And I look at the Shadowfin King, and then back at her. Kill your allies.
Oh fuck.
And then that's all I'm gonna do.
Yeah, go ahead and pass your turn. I'm going to give Lithraxis a roll here. He gains his 1 life. And I think he's gonna try and back up Brunk. He runs past you guys, not really paying attention to Nerissa attacking Rosalia. Runs past the tank, staying still close enough to the crystal, and gets up in the Shadowfin King's cheese with you, Brunk. He doesn't say anything to you, but kind of looks over and gives a nod to you as he just starts trying to rip into it. So I need to roll this. No, doesn't regain that. So he just starts clawing into the king. That is a hit. Second claw. That's a hit. Oh no, not to himself. That's silly. Last attack. Misses. Goes in for the first two claws, and like he like brings his claws up and grabs onto this thing's jaw and kind of like rips down. And for a moment, Brunk, you see inside a dwarf face that is like covered in like this radiant orb on the inside. His eyes are closed, and it looks like he's concentrating on this like kind of like shielding around him. But you see Torgrun inside of the Shadowfin King. It is going to... That's going to try and hit you first, Brunk, with a tentacle. And miss. It's going to go for the second one on Lothraxis. And hit. For 10. Thrax needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Which he fails and is diseased. And you watch as like a slime starts to build up on Lothraxis' skin. And it's going to go for the tail attack on you, Brunk. And just hit. For 12 damage. That is all it does, though. Jesus.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Chromatic Fire Orb on it.
I saw a dice.
Yeah, so did I. I don't know what happened.
Is it showing any results on your side?
No, it's not showing anything on my side.
Weird. Try to recast it? Yeah, the attack roll misses. That's really weird.
Okay. I'm gonna run up to Lothraxis and I'm gonna just pour a potion down his throat. I can.
For women, it can be removed by any magic that cures disease. Okay, so he can still be healed right now. Yeah, it'll work right now. Go ahead and roll the healing potion. Okay. As you like, he's like falling back from all the poison, you just like shove a potion bottle down his throat.
Alright, I'm gonna end my turn there, I guess.
Brunk.
5 points of lay on hands to cure the disease,
Nice.
and I'll tell him, keep your mouth open. Here comes the train. Here comes the plane. Choo choo.
You
Something like that.
you run over and put a hand on him, and you and Jesus just tilt his mouth open and are waterboarding him with potions as he's just like, oh.
Drinky, drinky.
Anything else for you, Brunk?
No, I don't think so.
Nerissa, you go to try and stab Rosalia, and Rosalia's like, what the fuck? And she just, goes for, a simple backhand, tries to slap you. So, Nerissa, you take 4 damage as she, slaps you across the face. And you can go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw. You are still within its clutches. As, she's, grabbed you and she's like, snap the fuck out of it! Barnabas is just gonna try and keep you guys, backing you guys up with his spells. Nothing bad has happened yet, so he has no reason not to. So he's gonna go for another fireball, same spot. It is going to use a legendary action to choose to succeed instead, but it's still going to be half damage. As he just blows another chunk off of it with a fireball. Jesus, go ahead and roll a D100 for me, please. $52. He's like, oh God, I can smell everything. That really cleared the sinuses. Lyric is still just hanging out. There's not really much else she can do. Nerissa, you still have that voice in your head. Go, kill them all. Kill your friends.
Once again, I just start echoing that out loud while, creepily looking Rosalia, right in the eyes with my dagger. Just kill them all. Kill your friends. And I'm just gonna slash at her again with the dagger.
Stabby, stabby.
Yeah. Hmm.
23 is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Whoa. You get her right under her armor, right in her in the ribs as you stab her for 10 damage.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I didn't want to do that.
And you guys hear behind out as Rosalia screams out in pain. Nerissa, go ahead and pass the turn. It's fucking crazy.
I even chose something I'm not proficient in. I'm not proficient in dagger.
Yeah, you are.
No, it literally says not proficient right
Oh,
up,
it
right
should
under
it,
it.
it should be. You're a thief.
That's fair.
Hand
It
crossbow,
says not
long
proficient.
sword, rapier, short sword, simple. Yeah, daggers are simple weapons. You are definitely proficient.
Oh. Well, I'll have to figure out how to correct that later.
I'm gonna fix it right now.
Okay.
Okay. So that is you back at the top of the order. Lithraxis gains 1 from being within proximity of the healing orb. Brunk, I think you are going to be starting to get those at the start of your turn. You should be in, yeah, you're within 10 feet now. Lithraxis. Lithraxis is just going to keep trying to rip into this thing with his claws. That's a hit. You should have rolled that with disadvantage. Let's just go for a normal roll first to see. It should... No, misses. Okay, so let's go second attack. Misses. Third attack. Also misses. So he did not take 5. Lithraxis is just not able to get anything in there. Shadowfin King is going to... He's going to go for his attacks. So, Tentacle on you, Brunk. That's a miss. He's going to go for the second one on Jesus. 17 is also a miss. He'll go for the tail attack on Lithraxis. And hit. For 16.
I will reduce that.
Yep.
By 4.
Nice. Yeah, Lithraxis is still looking hurt, but he's not out yet. Jesus.
Using the arrowhead, is that an action or a bonus action?
That is an action to use the arrowhead.
Okay. No. I'm gonna cast, let's double check. I'm gonna cast Shatter. On this thing.
Jess makes it. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Alright. And, I'm gonna pour another potion down low practice for...
Okay, yeah.
And then my turn there.
Brunk. 14 just misses as you swing that Warhammer wide. Brunk, go ahead and give me a perception check. Nat 20. This thing, you look as like it's starting to like its body is starting to shift and turn. It looks like it's probably going to try to run. Also on that 20, looking at it, you can see that there is like a thin strand of shadow that connects between it and Nerissa.
I went ahead and used my last usage of the combat prowess for today and to try to get a swing in on it.
Yep. Yeah, so you succeed. It's just a regular Warhammer now without the spell. So that's
well,
half.
I still get my without the spell, so it's
because it's just doing bludgeoning damage now.
Right. The two radiant still applies from the radiant consumption, but
and that's anybody in 10 feet.
Well, this is I can add 2 to the attack roll to one attack roll per round, and then the other one is the radius damage.
Okay.
So I could move and prevent that before my end of my turn. So I will probably just do that.
Okay. I think Lothraxis and Jesus still would have taken damage though. No, or is it at the end of your turn?
It's at the end of the turn.
Okay.
That's how it reads. It's at the end of my turn. At the end of each of your turns. Every creature within 10 feet takes 2 radiant damage.
Okay. At the end of your turn, Brunk, you don't notice it beyond... You watch as this thing reaches out towards Nerissa and starts to almost like pull... You see like this like... It's like the thin line of shadow that you see kind of pulses for a moment as something travels through it. And it is going to do... Nerissa, it does 11 psychic damage to you as it uses a psychic drain on you. So you take 11 and it gains 11, and you can go ahead and roll your wisdom saving throw again. Still under its thrall, and now you can feel as it's almost like draining the life out of you. Rosalia is going to continue to just try and slap the shit out of you. And just hits for another 4 damage. As she just once again, just keeping her pimp hand strong, just fucking goes for a full backhand. And roll the wisdom saving throw again. Because anytime you take damage. Ugh. That's brutal. That is brutal. That's Rosalia's turn, trying to snap you out of it. Barnabas. Barnabas is going to burn his last 3rd level spell slot here. We don't even need to place the template at this point. He's doing it so he can only hit one thing. Fails the save. Still not dead yet, but like you watch as again this explosion explodes wide, and you can see now like that glowing like sphere around Torgrun. His eyes are still closed, but like you can like visibly see him now. Nerissa, roll a D100 for me. 7.
What are these rolls?
Wild magic.
Yeah, he has a wild magic curse. Anytime he casts a spell, it rolls on a different table depending on the level of the spell, and it gets more severe and worse the higher the spell is. Or like more chaotic as the higher the spell is. So you watched.
I meant like, what are all of my terrible rolls?
Oh, fair.
Like, what is happening to me tonight? But thank you for that explanation too.
He hasn't consumed anything, so he doesn't know. But he can't be drunk for the next. He can't be drunk for the next 17 days. He can't be intoxicated at all. Which fucking sucks for a pirate. Lyric, we're just gonna pass the turn on Lyric. Nerissa, you're still under the thrall of the Shadowfin King, and he still wants you to kill your friends. Rosalia's looking mighty fucked up. Sorry, she should be at 5 thanks to the orb. And you gain 1 health as well, because you're right next to the healing crystal.
Okay.
And then go ahead and try and stab your friend in the ribs.
At any point, did her slapping make me like drop my dagger or anything?
No, she wasn't able to disarm you.
Okay, so I'm gonna slash at her again, doing the same creepy, like just repeating the thing.
Jesus, that's a hit. Roll damage. Hope that you roll
I'm
low.
sorry. I don't like this.
9. She's down. She is unconscious and she is struggling for her life.
I'm sorry.
You all hear like a loud cry out and like even like a little cry of help as she is downed. You stab her in the ribs again and kind of like twist the knife and just drop her.
All right, I'm gonna now turn my attention to Jesus and creepily just do the same, like look at him, look at the Shadowfin King, look back at Jesus and be like, kill your friends. And then I'm just gonna start slowly moving towards him because intimidation factor is important to me.
Yeah.
And then that's the end of my turn. Oh, and Rosalia is like still just like in my tank.
She's like hanging off your tank now, fucking bleeding out.
Oh Jesus. Okay, and that's my turn.
At the top of the round, Lothraxis fucking looks into the face of this thing, says enough is enough, and breathes out a fucking huge fucking wave of fire at it. I don't think there's any fucking chance that this thing makes it at this point. Yeah, it's still half as much on a success. And even with that much damage, it's fucking done. You watch as the fire waves over this thing and burns it off. Like all like the shadow disappears and just like burns. And as it does, a couple things happen. You watch as the Shadowfin King disappears, and what is left behind is Torgrun, who, as soon as he drops out and the shadow is no longer surrounding him, he drops the force field and drops unconscious. Just the mental strain just being, like, too much for him. Fucking, the Shadow King, Fin King, what is left behind is just, like, this small, like, little, like, blob of darkness. And like around like right next to the blob of darkness is a crown. that appears to have like this wave of shadow on it. Actually, we won't put the pile there. We'll just note that the crown is there because you guys don't know what it is yet. Nerissa, as this thing is destroyed, you snap out of the possession. You look down, and the water in your tank is beginning to stain red with Rosalia's blood. She is, because you're right next to the crystal, like, you watch as the scars begin to, like, or like the cuts begin to heal right away. Brunk, you're using the healing hands on Nerissa or Rosalia?
Rosalia.
On Rosalia. Okay, so she's at 5. She doesn't come to, but she is stable. Like, she's not bleeding out anymore. But you, Nerissa, like, looking down, you see, like, her, like, unconscious body just hanging off the side of your tank. You see that, like, the water inside is, like, stained red with blood, and looking down in your hand, like, gripped, like, white knuckle tight, is this bloody knife that you've been stabbing her with. And we're going to end the session with this feeling of dread. As you look down, like, it's not the little blob left behind that that feels strange. It looks almost like a little cute. Like, it's just like this little black shadowy ball that has like these 2 little like slits for eyes. But what you start to feel the dread from almost immediately is the crown that seems to be emanating this like radiation of darkness on the back of the ship. And that is where we're going to end session for tonight. We're not streaming, so for anybody tuning in at home, thanks for watching on the YouTubes. We love every single one of you, and we hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. To keep things copacetic. For you guys, you all level up to level 5. You just beat the Shadowfin King. And we will resolve a little bit of the fallout of what has happened next session.
Wild.
That was a crazy section.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the most epic combat that we've had here yet, and fucking thank fuck for all of like the heavy armor that like Brunk and Rosalia, because that could have been bad with the fucking how many hits he was taking from that Shadowfin King.
Mm.
Yeah,